Girl, stop apologizing. Day 4. First. It's no wonder so many mothers send me notes telling me they've lost themselves. Of course they have. If you live your life to please everyone else, you forget what used to make you you. And what if you haven't found your partner yet, or don't have a desire for children? Are you just a waste of a woman because there's no one else for you to be good for? No, of course not. You are a being with your own hopes and desires and goals and dreams. Some are little tiny ones. I want to write poetry, and some are massive. I want to create $1 million company, but all of them are yours and they are valuable simply because you are valuable. You are allowed to want more for yourself for no other reason than because it makes your heart happy. You don't need anyone's permission, and you certainly shouldn't have to rely on anyone's support as the catalyst to get you there. Unfortunately, many women struggle with what others might think of the goals they have for themselves. So instead of chasing them, they let their dreams die, or they pursue them in secret, or worse, with a nagging sense of having failed those around them because they are doing something for themselves instead of everyone else. They live under guilt and shame and fear. What if stop being an ember of possibility in their hearts and becomes a litany of recrimination in their heads? What if I fail? What if they laugh? What if I waste my time? What if this makes them mad? What if they think I'm greedy? What if I'm losing all this time with my family for nothing? When we stay in this place, fear runs our lives and prevents us from moving forward. Even to the smallest degree, we may live with a massive fear of failure and a major perfectionist complex. Or we may be afraid because other people have already achieved what we're considering, so what's the point? Or maybe we are afraid of embarrassment of falling off the wagon again. Or we worry we're not smart enough, pretty enough, young enough, old enough. So many possible ways we're not enough. As women, we've had a lifetime or lies fueling our fears. We've had a lifetime of believing that our value lies primarily in our ability to make other people happy. We are afraid of so many things when it comes to our dreams, but the biggest fear is of being judged for having them in the first place. I call BS. It's about time someone did. I call BS to that lie in my own life, and I absolutely call it on your behalf as well. At the beginning of every single year, I sit down and think over what the overarching theme will be for my work. I try to come up with a message for you, for my tribe, for this group of women that hangs out with me online. When I began writing this book, I asked myself what I wanted to say to you as women and sisters and daughters and friends and single ladies. What I wished you knew. And the answer that flowed out of my heart came from my what if spark. If I could tell you anything, if I could convince you to believe it, it's that you were made for more. You were made to have the dreams you're afraid of having. You were made to do the things you don't think you are qualified for. You were made to be a leader. You were made to contribute. You were made to make changes for good, both in your local community and the world at large. You were made to be more than you are today, and this is the important part. Your version of more might not look like my more or hers. For you, maybe more looks like finally signing up for the 10K. For someone else, more might look like making strides to change the ways she eats in order to be healthier. For someone else, more might look like going back to school. For someone else, more might look like getting out of the relationship with the person who is unkind and hurtful and cruel. More might look like not going back to the toxic relationship merry-go-round again and again and again. For someone else, more might look like being kinder to herself. Maybe more is more time and rest. Maybe more is controlling your temper by counting to 10 before you scream at your kids. Maybe more is getting in control of your emotions, or more therapy, or more water, or more believing than you are capable of greatness, or more not worrying what someone else thinks about you. Made for more is the definition of you, and your desire for more is not something to be ashamed of. Our potential, the potential that resides in every single out of us, is our gift from our Creator. What you do with that potential is your gift back to the rest of the world. The worst thing I can imagine is that you might die with that potential still untapped inside of you. And so I wrote this book of the former Demi Lovato title, as encouragement, as a field guide, and also as the wind that fans the flames of your what-if spark so that it turns into a wildfire. Why? Because the world needs your spark. The world needs your energy. The world needs you to show up for your life and take hold of your potential. We need your ideas. We need your love and care. We need your passion. You need your business models. We need to celebrate your successes. We need to watch you rise back up after your failures. We need to see your courage. We need to hear your what if. We need you to stop apologizing for being who you are and become who you were meant to be.